I think that entrepreneurship can be very different for every different entrepreneur. Hello, I'm Jack Fuchs. I teach at Stanford University, and I'm the director of Principled Entrepreneurship there. I've been affiliated with UnternehmerTUM for over 5 years, helping excite young entrepreneurs within the German ecosystem. I like to excite young people about entrepreneurship by trying to find what really motivates that individual person. I think that entrepreneurship can be very different for every different entrepreneur. I think that each person has a unique approach to leadership, a unique approach to how they deal with their individual entrepreneurial opportunity. And so it's my job and it's my mission to help them figure out what makes sense for them in their situation, with their industry, in their company, and work with them as a person to try to help them develop the principles that will work for them as they start their company. By doing that, that gets them excited, that gets them more interested and more motivated to excel and to develop a following. Because only if they develop their own passion for what they're doing will they be able to find other people who will be following them and willing to go through brick walls and do anything that that entrepreneur wants. People ask whether founding a company is something that is inherent in people, whether entrepreneurship is inherent in someone's personality, or whether entrepreneurship can be learned. I do believe that there are inherent qualities about people that make them better suited to be entrepreneurs. Some people, it's that they have great leadership capability, they have product vision, they have some charismatic personality that really makes things better for that person to be an entrepreneur. And for some people, it's just that they're unemployable, that they just won't listen to anybody and they have to be their own boss. But I also believe that entrepreneurship can be nurtured. You can take whatever type of entrepreneur that person is and make them better. You can find areas that are fantastic in that person and you can help them see around corners. You can teach them things about entrepreneurship that will make them more successful. And then you can help that person understand their blind spots and the areas that they need to improve. I have taught entrepreneurship for over 20 years in the United States and for almost 10 years in Europe. When I began teaching entrepreneurship, people wanted to know the basic beginning building blocks of how to think about an entrepreneurial opportunity, how to try to raise money, what makes a good entrepreneurial opportunity. Over the course of time, that has evolved into a much more nuanced approach where we work with each student or with each entrepreneur to help that entrepreneur nurture their opportunity within an ecosystem that itself has evolved throughout Europe. I've been struck over the past 5 years at how within the European entrepreneurial ecosystem, and especially within the TUM entrepreneurial ecosystem, entrepreneurs have already become so educated themselves, they already know all the basics. Entrepreneurial education needs to take those basics now and allow those entrepreneurs to excel with what they're doing. Not just in pursuing profit and pursuing what makes sense for their business to succeed from a shareholder perspective, but also from their own principles. And that's why we've been working much more about principled entrepreneurial decisions. Our new course at TUM tries to help the entrepreneurs develop their own set of values and principles that they would bring with them to their companies that they start, to allow them to develop those principles in advance and will then help them make better decisions, not just in pursuit of profits, but in pursuit of maximizing their impact on the community and maximizing their impact on customers and nurturing their own employees. So I think that when you look for the perfect ecosystem for startups, what a startup needs is a group of zealots, of people that will work for snacks and equity and not much money, that will go through walls for that entrepreneur. And you need technology, you need ideas, you need the things that develop at universities, and you need those universities to be willing and able to license and to work with those founders to license the technology that they need. And then you need funding. You need some support from investors, especially early investors who are willing to suspend disbelief, believe in that entrepreneur and allow them to move forward with their idea. And then you need an initial set of customers. Again, people who are willing to put up with a lot from a company that's probably going to fail in delivering its product a few times. I do believe that in Bavaria, you have developed that ecosystem quite well.